here early.
A little bit.
I must admit, I just finished that friggin' like LBX thing, and they make it very easy to fix all the seam lines at Hex.
What thing did you do?
That LBX thing that I just finished.
Oh, LBX. Yeah. Now, if only you could fix all the sticker problems.
Oh, I'm just painting it. I'm gonna paint it.
Fair enough.
Funny you should say that. I actually sanded down the entire X. Because I didn't want to deal with that. I need to do something real quick.
Right. Let's see here.
Alright. I sanded down the entire X. It was extremely tedious.
I mean, it seems like it probably would be.
Alright, fun fact. I have to do volunteer hours at school. I need to get 30.
30
Another
what?
Fun fact. Volunteer hours.
Oh, okay. Well,
Another fun fact. If I don't get those volunteer hours, they can't give me my final grades. So,
oh, well, that seems unfortunate.
yeah, I'm gonna have to write 81 letters.
Who are you writing them to?
Children in the hospital.
Oh. Are you gonna tell them to, like, suck it up and...
Dude, I was driving with my friend's mom. She was taking me home today. And it's like, I was telling about that, and she's like, "Oh, so sorry you lost your leg. But hey, I'm sure it'll grow back."
Yeah, people are like starfish, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know why they are complaining. You just gotta, like, eat a fuck ton of food, and then bada bing. Bada bing, bada swing.
Alright, let's see here. Just getting everything set up.
So, let me find the wings. Alright.
Alright.
Yes, sir. 1, 2, or 3.
4. Which is exactly the number of fingers, not counting the thumb, that I have on this right hand that I'm going to use to finish the build on this SteelRain.
Rest in peace, left hand. Guess it's just gone forever.
Just totally gone. Got rid of it. It wasn't doing anything for me.
Need it.
It's the far less sexy of my hands too, so it was not really that big of a loss.
Okay. I'm gonna let's chop off your pinky finger. Now choose. Which finger?
I mean, what's the context of what's being asked to be chosen here?
Just choose one.
Man, you can't just throw somebody into that situation.
Is what hospital I write to.
Oh, then all 3 of them. Every single one in your immediate area.
I'm gonna like make a Google Doc so I can have everything ready. I'm gonna be. Actually, I'm just gonna write this in Discord.
Alright, there we go. That was bothering me. Alright, so now we're going to build the SteelRain. So, for those of you who watched last time, you'll know where we are. For those of you who have not watched, last time we built the cockpit area and the 2 side wings. And now we got to do is get the tail rotor / legs and the main rotor assembly together. And the there's like a storage compartment for cargo that we also get to build. So, you know, that's fun times. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much left to build in the overall build itself. But that's not the point. The point is we're gonna do it. We're gonna get down to it. We're gonna go for it.
I have to ask you, Ambassador, because I didn't speak for that entire sequence. I'll have to give you your time. But did you have to call me out like that?
On what?
On the fact that I didn't watch the stream whenever it was?
Yeah, I did, because
I didn't watch it.
you definitely needed to hear that hard truth.
Dude, my teacher said, she said, why do you all keep deleting my crap? And it sounded exactly like you, and it sent chills through my spine.
I mean,
I
do I ask people why they're deleting my crap so often? I don't think anybody's ever deleted any of my stuff.
It's the tone, Ambassador, not the phrase.
I see. It's the tone. I have a. So now you're accusing me of having a tone.
I'm accusing you of possessing my math teacher.
I see.
I don't know what type of shenanigans you math teachers get into, so.
I mean, I'm not a math teacher anymore.
I don't know what shenanigans you math teachers used to get into. Oh yeah, you wanna know the one thing I really hate about the LBX?
What's that?
Its hands. You know how like a lot of like new high grades, how they come with like those ball joints that you put on that you can put on a pole, like with the bound dot?
Yep.
That's what it uses as hands ball joint. And so I can't find like any hand that's big enough to replace stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's totally the style that they're going for there.
What? Just big?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait a minute, I just realized that does mean I could put like fucking bound up claw hands on it.
I mean, possibly.
It ain't what I'm doing, but it'll work. It's kind of neat how you can just extend all the joints.
Alright, let's see.
Oh,
Why do you make such weird sounds?
I bonked my watch against my desk.
I see. And that necessitated a weird sound.
Yeah, it's a very nice watch my dad got me for my birthday. Thank you very much.
I see.
You don't see. You're blind.
Well, I certainly hope not. That would make this whole model building thing very, very difficult.
No. You rely on your hands. Also, I'm probably gonna get a new mic in a couple months.
In a couple months?
Because I need to save up for it.
I see.
Yeah, be a Blue Yeti Snowball.
Ah! Dang it. I hate tiny parts that are slippery plastic. Now I have to find that part. I don't see it immediately, so it's time for the LEDs to come on.
Okay.
What?
Now I'm curious.
Have you guys built a high-grade nanju?
I have not.
No. Sadly.
Because I want to get a nanju at 1/144th scale eventually, and I've heard some about the real grade.
The real grade's fine. You just kind of have to be careful with the waist joint.
Yeah, I've heard.
But it's also very, very pretty once it's together.
Wait, what?
I can imagine. It seems really nice looking.
I have to donate? No, I don't want to donate.
Alright. Where did this part that I just dropped on the floor go? Well, that's bizarre. Alright, well I'm going to spend a minute or two here looking for this part that I just threw on the floor. So enjoy the static picture of my build table there, guys.
Oh my god, am I gonna get, like, electrocuted?
What?
You said it was static. I just want to make sure that if I touch it, I won't die.
Man, it depends on how faulty the wiring in your monitor is, I guess.
Trust me, it's acceptable. I have one shock myself when I'm plugging my charger. That's fun.
Have either of you guys seen the Double O movie?
Not the movie.
Yeah, wait. Fuck.
Awakening of the Trailblazer or whatever?
Yeah, I have seen it.
Is it good?
It's fine. It's Double O.
Because I just finished the series. I thought it was alright. I think people say it's worse than it is.
Oh.
Also, in my future pursuit of getting the unicorn, like, Neo Zeon kits, I'm looking at, like, there's, like, a pack, it's, like, the Iwakazak, the Gaza C, and the Gyaradoga high grade.
It's him.
I'm contemplating getting that if I can get it at a good price.
Man, might as well. Okay, this is annoying. Where the heck did that piece fly off to? There. Feels like it wouldn't have had many options for where to go. I'd like to find it. This is never fun, guys. Aha! Aha! Got it.
My man. My man.
You ain't Aquaman.
Aquaman dog.
Dude, Brian Travis and Cat.
Well. Okay. All right. I'm
Did
back.
they say I wouldn't?
Well. Whew. Oh man, eye injections. Yeah, no fun there, man. I hope that's not too bad for you. I don't know what else to say about that. It does not sound like a good time. And I do not envy you. There we go. Alright. Finding that part took entirely way too long.
You throw something to the ground.
It's like it's gonna happen every time I build now. I just kind of have to accept that fact. There we go. Those pieces there. If you can't accept the fact that you're going to throw parts on the ground when you're building, then, I mean, are you even really building?
I mean, if you're like me, you'd be on the ground.
Yeah, but I don't do that because I'm not an animal. I live in a society where chairs are a thing, sir.
I mean, you pretty much at that.
I like my chair quite a lot. Apparently we ran Worm off, so, fun times. That is true. Once you've survived brain surgery, that's kind of a one-up on everything.
And I'm back.
Welcome back. Alright, let's see here. Oof. It's that metallic injection plastic they use. It's pretty slick stuff. Hard to hold on to. Oh, we lost Herb as well. So it's just me, you, Dipper, and Brian, apparently.
You sure?
I mean, everybody else left the chat. Maybe it's because it's a Monday evening and people are just like, don't want to do anything. First day back from the weekend, blah. Don't poke it too hard, Trav, or Brian. You might accidentally do some extra damage. Alright. Man, that's cruel. So cruel. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I really need to get my hands on that stand, man. It is, it continues to currently elude me, mostly because I've been too lazy to go out and buy one. But that thing definitely needs that stand, that's for sure. Alright. So how long are you out of commission after getting the shots then? Oof, that is rough. Well, here's wishing you the best, man. Hopefully it'll be on the shorter side this time around. All right. These are some thick lines that we're going to have to color in with the old Gundam marker. Mostly because panel liner wouldn't flow that well into it. Or it wouldn't fill it, I guess is a better way of putting it.
Too big?
What's that?
The thing is too big for two panel line or something?
The lines are too thick for the like the liquid panel liner stuff. They wouldn't fill it out really. It's more about the filling it out than it is it being than it is anything else. Thankfully, though, Gundam marker works just fine on these parts.
I mean, it works fine with any.
Yeah, not all the time. There are times where it's like, that's not working all that well. There we go. There we go. Got that part, the engine block, you could call it, because that's what it is. Alright. Oh yeah, man. He's not at his computer. When he gets back, though, I'll tell him that his double O's looking real fine. Real fine indeed. Well, there goes Dipper. So I guess it's just me right now. Welcome back, Brian. You've that double O's looking real sweet, dude. All right. Yeah, spray cans aren't all that bad depending on the brand you get, man. Like, Tamiya sprays are actually really, really good. Like, people complain about them a lot, but if you know what you're doing and you use them correctly, like, they actually look really, really nice. So, I will never fault someone for using a spray can on a painted build. I just tend not to use them because my paint space is inside, and it's really hard to control the fumes and everything in that environment. Yep. I know a lot of people who use the Tamiya spray cans, man. They're decent. I'm gonna have to pick some up myself for metallic blue sometime soon, because I've got a custom printed action base that I'm gonna use for my RG perfectibility. And yeah, I need metallic blue, and I don't want to buy, like, I'm not gonna airbrush the parts because I'm just not that invested in them. So blah. Thanks. All of this plastic dust getting up in my nose. I really should get one of those little things that sits on the desk and sucks in all of the dust, but like at the same time, I feel like that would probably not go over too well when I'm streaming because of the noise, so yeah. Now to attach these. Alright, so there's that. I really don't like the nub placement on this part. This is going to be kind of annoying to clean up. It's not that bad, actually. All right. Oh, nice. Keep us updated on that Exia build, man. But, like, don't push yourselves too hard, because staying motivated when you're feeling overpressured on a project is always a problem. Oh, those blades actually spin pretty nicely. It's pretty dope. And they spin for a good long time, too. Alright, fantastic. I was actually worried they were going to be static or not spin very well at all. But I was proven the wrong. and am all the better for it. Alright, now moving on to the legs / tail section of this thing. And hooking this thing up to a motor might be possible, but it would be very difficult. So I'm not going to worry about it. Hey, what's up?
Not much. Had to get the new earbuds synced up with the phone and stuff, and finally got that done.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I found a pair of razors for $2.
Oh, nice. Razer,
Yeah, of course.
the overpriced gaming accessory you didn't even think you needed.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on one sec, my ear's messed up.
Sure. Better?
Yeah, Travis called through Messenger and it desynced my stuff real quick. Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of weird, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything set up through Messenger. It's just kind of floating there in case of emergencies. So it came through on the phone's audio, and it's like, no. But you are correct. Razer is way overpriced, says the man who owns like one of the most expensive keyboards, headsets, mice, and other things I should not have.
I mean, I know how it is. I've got the Razer Naga that I've had for years, and it's really good, but man, some of that stuff that they make these days it's just pricey.
Well, I had to upgrade to the Naga Trinity because my Epic just wasn't doing so good. So I ended up doing that, and then I started having issues with my eyes. I was like, shit, I can't do my homework. What am I going to do? And Travis was like, well, why don't you get some mechanical keys? I'm like, oh, yes, the Huntsman just came out. And Travis is like, no. I'm like, but it would help me with my homework. He's like, God damn it. It's like, okay. So, $250 later.
Right.
Actually, I didn't spend that much. We got lucky and had like some kind of discount from Best Buy, and I was like, oh, sweet.
I mean, $150 for a mechanical keyboard is actually kind of cheap, especially when you start looking at like Corsair and DOS keyboard stuff.
Yeah. It's nice. It's chromatic. I've got it reaction where I can see what I'm doing. I know what I've typed. So.
Yeah, that's always that's the best part is when it lights up the keys that you've hit.
Mhm.
That's what my one at work does. Not the one at home. I don't have the one at home set up that way. Mostly because I don't care nearly as much about making errors at home as I do at work.
Yeah, and then I have we didn't have really good headsets, and I found a pair of the Chroma Nari for under $100, which I don't know how I did that one, but so I was using that, and then I got the new phone, and the new phone has no phone jack.
Oh, oof.
Yes,
iPhone?
so I was like, well, what? No, it's the Galaxy 21 Plus 5G. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't say anything. My Pixel 4 doesn't have one either. I guess that's just the new trend of things.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even going to upgrade my phone. I was quite happy with my really, really old phone I got when Travis first got sick. But the mother-in-law was like, well, they're buy one, get one. He's like, are you going to charge me? No. All right, let's do this.
Huh.
Travis
Fair
cracked
enough.
it first day.
Oh, nice.
Yep. It's okay. It's par for the course. I'm getting ready to go out front and spray this chest piece and get it ready for some panel lining.
Oh, so you're doing like a gloss coat first, then panel line?
Yeah, I tried to do the riser itself with just putting it on and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But I was having issues with timing and stuff like that, and the plastic's just like sucking it up. So I was like, oh nope.
it's the paint. So the paint is grainy enough that instead of running through the panel lines, your panel liner is just going to run through the paint. So that's what the gloss coat is good for. And what you need is a filler gloss coat, which most of them are. So it's not like you got to panic and be like, oh crap, is mine one of those? But there are some gloss coats that are more fillery than others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also finding like doing the gloss coat now, since the 00 has a lot of those bits, stuff like that, makes it a lot easier than trying to mask around all the clear bits and do it that way.
Yep.
Because, oh god, I did the EW Epion. I was so happy to get it, because I loved the Epion when I was younger. I had all of the kits up until the Verkov. And me and Travis just got back into building, and I was like, I'm gonna do this. And I sprayed the green gem, and I was like, oh, it looks like there's frosted zombie death.
Yeah.
That was cool, but I was pissed because I ruined a good kit like that.
Yeah, you got to be careful about if you're gonna top coat your, kits that have clear parts, you either top coat them as you go so that you don't top coat the clear part, or you just mask it. And masking it for top coating is always annoying.
Oh yes. He decided that he wanted to start building. A friend of ours was really into Gunpla and passed on, and so we're like, okay, we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna start doing it. Something you can do, something I know how to do. I used to do all the time. And I got into the start of the Nanju, and my eyes went out.
Oof.
On the real great Nanju. So that was on the back burner for about half a year of working on it, and it was like, okay, finally got it finished. Ended up doing some parts because it was falling to pieces.
I mean, that's what Nanju does.
Yes. The unicorn, because I've got the RG unicorn full armor, was a really fun build, especially trying to work through with the blindness.
Yep.
I had ended up the back, the vernier vent on the back of the leg that helps with the transformation. I broke it off.
Oof.
And I was like, you know what? Instead of letting this go to waste, I took a hot knife and melted it, made it look like it was hit with a B-Max, glued it back on, and had it where it was with the Sinanju for a while, where the Sinanju was hacking at it.
Gotcha.
And then we got the, I just did the Banshee and then the high-grade Phoenix, so I've got the three of them like Charlie's Angel posed.
Nice. I've got
the just sitting over there crying.
I did the Banshee real grade not long ago, and I really liked it. And I've got the RG perfectibility on my backlog, so.
Yeah, and I want it. I want some more Phoenix kits, because the high grades are not a bad build, even with the gold coating. They're not. I was thinking this is going to be tedious, it's going to be nasty, but just put on a pair of gloves, and it's fun and it looks really good.
Right. Like, I didn't have any problems with mine. I thought it was fine.
But the Banshee, that out of all of the real grades I've done, that one is one of my more favorites, just because of how much it got crammed into such a small package. And being able to enjoy the build without having to stop for injections and stuff was just phenomenal. And it was easy to paint the gold parts.
Yeah, the gold parts are problematic for me. I don't know. I've got the mechanical clear color master grade, and I don't know if I'm going to use the if I'm going to try and paint the details or if I'm going to use the stickers. I think I'm probably going to try and paint them.
Okay.
So
the clear unicorn, we didn't do any of the decals on it. Matter of fact, part of the legs, Travis didn't realize there were two different sets of parts. There was the clear parts and the colored parts. So when we were cutting out bits, he's like, "Here's some parts." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So half of his legs are clear, half of his legs are colored.
Oof.
I was like, well, maybe he was invisible. Yeah, somebody's jamming his invisibility, or he's coming out to smash somebody's face. That's a thing, right? He's like, "That works." I'm like, "Oh God, really?" So,
I mean,
I've finally added to my backlog too. So I mean, nowhere near what he's got, but
I mean,
I'm
backlog is we don't like to use that term. We like to use the term pending projects.
checks. Yes, there we go. My pending projects are not terrible. I've got the high grade Infinite Justice 2.0 to go with my Freedom 2.0 high grade. I've got Travis has got the Master Grade Infinite Justice, and I've got the Full Burst Strike Freedom. The Strike Freedom is going to be a hell of a project because I'm going to make sure I do a lot of painting on it. I want it to look nice and not, oh, look at these shiny metal parts. Oh, look at the crappy plastic.
Is that? I mean,
that's
it's
going to be.
Good luck with that. That is going to be a lot of painting.
Yes. Oh, I know. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to just spray on the runners the base coat of the black. I'm going to do primer, then black, and then I'm going to do the gold, and then I'm going to paint any of the nub marks up with some gold leaf paint I've got.
Okay. So I actually like having the, there's two different tones of gold on the perfect grade, and I actually kind of like that effect on it.
I've seen a lot of reviews. My favorite review on it was Robert's. But, yeah, that's a nice looking kit. Although the springs give me nightmares of the Wing Zero.
Nah, they're not bad at all. Like, mostly because they're not, you don't have to cut them down to size like you do with some of the others, which is just annoying as crap.
Yeah, speaking of annoying as crap, I'm getting ready to start the springs for the arms on the 00. That's, what is it, 4, 8, 9, 12 different joints I gotta build just for the arms.
It actually goes pretty quickly.
Well, the legs were fun. Like, I was terrified with the reviews and things where people were saying, it's just like, well, if you just pay attention to what you're doing and line things up.
Oh yeah, it's not bad at all.
I'm not gonna need the master trap. We're outside. Yeah, I'm using Mr. Super Clear for my gloss.
That is a good one.
When you can find it, yeah. And I've got my cat scratcher out here for my painting. Found it at Walmart for like $4.
Yep.
It's so much cheaper than trying to do the cardboard yourself or buying the little Mr. Hobby ones that come in a small 4-pack and you're thinking it's more than that.
Oh yeah, and they're tiny and expensive, and you're like, well, this is just a cat scratch board.
Yeah, and it was $4 at Walmart.
Yep, that's the thing I think more people don't realize is that a lot of these expensive, like, hobby tools like that are really just things you can get cheaper in a different format.
Yeah. Okay, my kid almost just fell on the ground.
Oh man, you gotta watch out for that.
Yep. Well, Travis had it on a gator clip, holding onto one small piece on the neck.
Ah.
Yeah, he was prepping for me while I stepped outside with the dogs. It's okay. I can make this work somehow.
I'm sure you got this.
Oh yeah, blind guy got this. If I miss this pot, we'll talk later. What was he holding on to? Oh, he was holding on to the small little neck joint that is actually just pushed on. That would be why that failed. Okay. Back on here. It's not right. Bear with me while I fix this mess.
Go for it.
And of course, puppy hairs in the spray. The joy of living with a husky.
Man, I know all about it. My cat is very much the same way.
No, we're in coat blowing season 2.
Oof.
Yeah, so there'll be 4 huskies per husky.
Yep.
Okay, I need to find a better place to quit. And the backpack. Alright, Trav, set a timer for about 4 minutes and we're going to come out and do a second coat on it, okay, bud? I'm going to do 2 coats only because I'm lazy. And it's the perfect grade. It's going to look pretty just being there. Well, I was surprised with the damn stand. Like, I was like selling it up, it's going to be nice. And then I had the riser on there for like 2 weeks. Just, okay, there's a neighbor kid screaming like Xena.
I mean, I don't know if I was at one point a child myself, I'm pretty sure. But I don't remember running around the neighborhood screaming like kids these days do.
Yeah, no, I stayed mostly in the woods. That was my thing. But yeah, the stand, just with the riser alone, it just elevates it super high. Looks good. You can hold on with the GN Buster Sword, even with the Trans Am blade.
Nice.
Then you can have it where you've got the riser standing behind or in front of the actual unit, and then you have it where you can actually brace it so it holds the combined unit. It comes with a nice silver sticker that looks metal. Top coat over that looks really, really good on there. The only problem with that is I was a little heavy-handed on some of the purple on one side, so it's pulled up a little bit on the bottom corner.
Yeah.
But that purple looks so good. And then I turn around and realize I missed the entire face. I was like, nobody's gonna see that side. Nobody's gonna see it. It's against the wall.
I mean,
Or it will be.
if you display it right, you won't have to worry about it. There you go.
Only I know the trouble I've created.
Indeed.
The only problem I'm having is, do I want to have him using the GN Lance or the Buster Sword? Because the Lance is huge.
It is. A lot of the weapons on that kit are very large.
I wanted to get Trav the 7 Sword. Our local store actually had the PG in stock. And I was like, well, we'll just come back and get it next time. I had the money. I should have. It sold out.
Oof.
Because, I mean, Master Grade's nice, but Master Grade takes hella LEDs.
Yep. Also, unless you're buying them from another source, they're those shitty Bandai Puck LEDs.
Yep. I get to build one in like 20 minutes for the head unit.
I would suggest not using those, man. Get the custom ones from GundamLED.com. They take a while to come in because they're from Hong Kong, but oh my god, they're so much better.
Shoot me a link, man.
Yeah, one sec.
Because, yeah, that would make life hella easier for the both of us. There is nothing like Travis going through one of his rages because the LED won't work. I'm like, well, did you screw it in right? Yes! Okay. Sorry. Model flies across the room.
I mean, they are absolute garbage, in my opinion. The Bandai ones?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know,
Well,
man. They're just not good.
The GN Drive LEDs are nice. I'm not minding those. Those are.
Yeah, those are fine because they're not the same style of. They're not they're not that stupid puck LEDs that you have to build that are just they're just crap. Like they just don't work.
They're not terrible with the sword though. With the 7-sword one we have because it's easy to fix and replace. But most of them that we've worked on have just. I don't even think we have an LED in his red frame right now in the head unit. I think we that one broke and we threw it away.
Well, I just shot you a link to where I buy all of my replacement LEDs from. Mm-hmm. Anytime a kit calls for one of those puck ones, I just use one of these. Because they are magnet operated, they have different modes, they're very bright. They take standard size batteries that are actually easy to get your hands on.
So Trav, just got a link from Ambassador where he gets LEDs from, and he's telling me all kinds of great things about them. So better than those pucks we keep throwing away. We should microwave one. See what happens.
I would recommend against it.
Oh, come on. I'm a chef. I know what I'm doing. God, I have a lot of habits of things I've done. Second coat. That's right. Suck up the clearness. Because you got a lot of panel lines, you beast. I'm surprised the amount of panel lines the Double O has on the chest and the back as opposed to the Exia.
Oh yeah, Double O is, they decided to go all in on the detail on that thing.
The arms and the chest, yes. The legs, there was like maybe 5 panel lines.
Well, the legs are very simple in that, plus they've got a lot of other stuff going on with the legs. So, I think they were just like, it's not really necessary.
No, because you're going to be paying more attention to other things like the backpack unit, well, the Double O unit, the riser, damn it. It didn't work. Then you've got the weapon systems, you've got the twin drives on the shoulders. So.
Yep.
Did they ever make a Trans Am version of the Perfect Raid?
Oh, yeah.
I have my life's mission now.
They for sure did.
I did the riser high grade in Trans Am, and I wasn't a big fan of the way the colors looked online, but after I built it, I was like, it's kind of nice. So, that's a goal right there.
The only Trans Am I've done is the clear color RG Double O riser, and I didn't like it. I think the colors are fine, but that kid has other issues.
Travis has got the RG Double O riser as well. It's if you can get it in position and things aren't falling apart, it's nice.
Right.
But the riser unit is no better than the high grade, and that's kind of sad. Whereas with the Perfect Grade, you got the armaments and all kinds of fun things. The real grade and the high grade are just kind of static.
Right,
well, let's make us look pretty, and that's really it. But I'm looking forward to getting a hold of the Dynamis and the Curios. I haven't done those yet.
I've done the Dynamis, and I really liked it, but I haven't done my Curios yet.
No, you have one?
Yeah.
As you say, you're going to do the 2.0 Exia that Zach had everybody fooled on? That was good shit, man. That was great.
People just need to learn to take things with a grain of salt.
Yes. I mean, more than likely there will be some 2.0 because of the way they've been redoing the reissues and the reworkings of the kits.
Oh, more than likely.
But I mean, hey, it was a joke. I mean, hell, USA Gundam Store went ahead and made Tequila Gundam stickers.
I mean, Tequila Gundam.
Biggest meme. Yeah, right?
I love Tequila Gundam.
He was a beast. Neo Holland, you got their windmill.
Well, that actually has a pretty interesting reason for existing. Because the idea was that it would hide as a windmill. And if the enemy couldn't find it and leave, they would forfeit the fight and they would just default win.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, that's kind of clever, I guess, in sort of an asshole-ish sort of way.
Yeah, I mean, G was good. I like G. I loved the kits. Some of the first builds I've ever done when they were first being released over here in the States. It was mechanically they were nice. Now they're like kind of bricky, but back then they were nice.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take things in context. I think that's what a lot of people don't ever really consider, is the context in which things existed.
Traps that 30-minute timer for me, bud. But yeah, my understanding is G was supposed to be a break in the normal war dramas that they were doing, kind of like a build series, but they weren't set on doing a build series. It was something fun, and you know, hey, Street Fighter's popular, Mortal Kombat's popular. Let's do a fighter.
Yeah, I don't know. I
That
never
was
really
on the
looked into
trend.
the history of it. All I know is that it was just kind of goofy at the time. I mean, hell, it's goofy now, so there's that, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, when you get out of the main Gundams, like with the exception of like Burning or God Gundam and Dragon Gundam, the other ones are kind of just like, oh, kind of lacklusterish.
I mean, they tried to do some interesting designs, and I'll give that to them. That like some of those were slightly interesting, but on the whole, it was like I think they killed themselves by trying to be too slavish to the different themes of the countries or whatever. So like a lot of those designs just kind of come off as being mildly racist.
I mean, Naga Gundam or Cobra Gundam, which, yeah, let's play a flute and tame it and make it do things. No, that didn't turn out well. Mermaid Gundam was interesting.
Yeah, but it was also kind of goofy. Like,
yeah,
like
no,
many of the
that's
things
what I
in
would
that
do.
show were kind of goofy.
Hey, Master and Funsaki were awesome.
I mean,
Funsaki was cool.
I am still kind of upset that the Funsaki high grade can't transform into the flying platform form.
It can't.
Nah.
That blows.
Yeah.
I know. Where was it? I saw somewhere a couple weeks ago there was a Master Funsaki combo pack, I think.
Oh yeah, that's been out for a while. I actually grabbed that
Yes.
not long ago myself because I was like, yeah,
Mm.
that's a robo horse, and robotic horses are cool, which is why I have the massive Super Robot Wars Dai Jingwar.
Nice. Yeah, that reminds me, way back in the 80s, Rainbow Bright, her boyfriend had a robotic horse.
Wait, what?
Yep, back Rainbow Bright in the movie, her boyfriend, or who becomes her boyfriend, actually had a robotic horse.
I cannot say as I've ever seen a Rainbow Bright movie.
Good lord, man. When you're my age, what's wrong with you?
I mean, I was not a Rainbow Bright kid. I was a Transformers and G.I. Joe and Mask and He-Man and Thundercats and Sailor Moon
Cats.
kind of kid.
Yeah, same here. I had a sister, baby sister.
Ah,
So we had to share screen time.
fair
I
enough.
can't tell you how many times I had to change He-Man or Transformers over to Popples or Fraggles.
Hey man,
So.
Fraggles was hot stuff.
Fraggles still is hot stuff. Most Henson workings are hot stuff. I mean, lots of good stuff was done back in the day by Jim.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's actually a robotic horse in Rainbow Bright.
I see.
There's a lot of interesting things like from the 80s and stuff. If you look back now, it's like, huh, I wonder where they got that idea from.
Well, there were a lot of there were actually a lot of robot horses back in the 80s now that I think about it, because you had Brave Star had his robot horse.
Yep.
There were a
I
few
think-
others.
Cowboys and Mace, I think one of them had a robotic steer.
I mean, one of them was a robotic steer.
Robotic steer, that's right.
Because, you know, Cowboys of Mesa.
Didn't the one Cowboy Silverhawk have a robot horse? I don't remember.
I think so, but I think they all had like space jet ski sort of things that they rode around on.
Yeah, kind of like Power Rangers in Space. They had the skateboards.
And his
and
was
the
actually the Cowboys was actually the a horse, I believe.
Gatchaman didn't, or Battle of the Planets, or G-Force, or whatever you want to call them. So many names. Horses in general were big in the 80s. You had a lot of unicorns and Pegasi and stuff like that becoming popular. That's just because, you know, people in the 60s and 70s were finally coming down.
Let's
see, I'm trying to think of any other famous horses that were like robotic and nothing's really coming to mind.
Yeah.
Let's see, was it, wasn't Brave Star, was it, oh man, which one was it that had, his main thing was he used different powers of the animals? He had Eyes of the Hawk, Speed of the Cheetah.
That's Brave Star.
Was that Brave Star? Because he had the horse that turned into a humanoid, didn't he?
Think so? It's very possible.
So how's the build going?
Not so bad. It's making me build each of the legs independently. Oh, no, it's not. Once we actually do them side by side. Okay. So I was doing that correctly.
There's no little gold cliffs, are there?
God, no. Stupid freaking... Apparently in the new one that they just put out, the new VF-31F,
yeah,
they fix it so that the gold clips are not terrible and don't break as soon as you look at them.
Nice, nice. I mean, overall, it looked nice, man.
Yeah, but that gold plastic was just complete and utter garbage. So, I'm glad that they fix it. Because now I can buy that VF-31F instead of the old one and put the super parts on it.
Yeah, I'm looking into getting one. Like I had said the last time we had talked, I had the steel, but I want one to actually build and do. Because Macross and stuff like that was all like stuff I watched growing up and whatnot. And then I got lucky getting the Japanese stuff because I met in middle school with Osaka, so
nice.
I think getting kits a lot easier too.
Well, now we're finally going to start getting more Macross media in the West, so that'll be fun.
I hope so. Like there's so many good things that like were okay here for a while, but like you go to Brazil or other places and like they blew up. Like Saint Seiya was still popular over in Latin America. Here it was like, oh, okay. Except for Netflix, that was an abomination. It does not count. But even then, it was a troop of, it was the same thing as Samurai Troopers or Gundam Warriors, just different mythology.
Right. Wait, there was a Saint Seiya thing on Netflix?
Yeah, they redid it.
In
CGI. And if you are like, you know, hey, I watched the original, I like the original, it stays close to the original media, but yeah, no. You could tell they had a time they had to get it done in.
I see.
But I mean, you know, there's hits or miss when you bring stuff over and try to westernize it.
Yeah, there always is. didn't want to go in that way.
That's what she said. Oh wait, you don't want to get you demonetized. Sorry, man.
Man, I am not monetized at all, so does not bother me.
We'll get you there. We'll get you all sponsored up and stuff.
Yeah, very doubtful.
And then you can live for Gunpla. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that to you. That's why we don't make videos. It's like we were trying back in the day when I had my crystal healing business going, and it just, nope.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just feels like it's too much hassle to actually be famous. Like, I want people to like my content, but I don't want it to be like, I don't want this to be what I do, you know?
Yeah. No,
Like
I totally
because then it takes away the freedom of like right now I don't feel absolutely obligated to, produce content on a, any sort of regular schedule. I still kind of try to, just because it keeps me in the habit of doing it. But like, I think if I were in a position where like my livelihood depended on, doing that, I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, fuck this. Now it's a job. And I certainly don't want it to be a job.
Yeah, it's like me and Travis's relationship. We got married because we liked each other. Now I'm stuck here because he obligated me to be his caregiver. Exhausted.
I get the feeling you're not that upset about it.
Depends on the day. That's any marriage, though.
Indeed. I mean, is it really considered a healthy marriage if you don't want to murder your partner at least once a week?
I mean, it doesn't help that I could just touch his scalp and do that.
Well,
it's too easy.
I mean, here's hoping that doesn't happen.
I did help him by giving him chemo, and that's technically murder because it's mustard gas. And I urged him to get the radiation, and that was going to kill him if the cancer didn't. So I mean, I've already murdered my husband in a sense.
Yes, but in the effort of in the name of making him better.
Better or worse?
I feel like that needs to be reversed. Let me check. Let me get into the assembly. Oh yeah, it actually does want that switched around. So we'll just go ahead and do it now.
Like, for example, we're outside right now, and out of all the things we could be doing, he's sitting there playing with a pair of wind chimes, just poking it.
I mean, you gotta find joy in the simple things.
Oh yes, very simple. He's just like smiling at me. I'm gonna walk away from that.
Huh.
And now I'm being chased. Jesus Christ, give me a shovel. Go work on your Exia. Go be productive. Go away.
Productive. Such a dirty word.
To a 37-year-old who has the mentality of a 6-year-old, yes, it is a very dirty word. But he tries, and that's what's important. We got his therapist looking into Gunpla and stuff like that as different alternative therapies for people who need to build cognitive skills.
I mean, it does make you have to pay attention to things.
Fine motor skills.
Yep.
Memory. There's a lot that goes into it.
There is. And it's something that you can do at your own pace. And it doesn't require, like, glue. So nothing is permanent unless you're doing painting or, gluing stuff.
Unless you have to go behind him and glue parts because he was trying to force things that don't go together.
Well,
it's not that often. The biggest thing I find doing is he's developed dyslexia. So he will build entire things backwards and I'll have to go back and re-engineer the chest or something. But, like, it's usually fun because I point out, okay, this is what you did, this is what we're going to do. And he's like, how did you make that work? I'm like, well, I tried this. He's like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. I'm like, well, it's part of the job. You got to think differently.
Yep.
Except for the LEDs.
Seriously,
Now that I think about it,
check out that link.
those are the bane of his existence.
I mean, they're the bane of everybody's existence because they're absolute garbage if you're, using the Bandai ones. So check out that link I sent you.
Yeah, because like going behind him, make sure he's got the battery in right, making sure the screws tight, and being able to do all this stuff with trying to see the tiny writing is like, ooh. Whose mess up is it? Yours or mine this time? I mean, after seeing the engineering of the unicorn and seeing the engineering of the Exia firsthand, it's just like, how do you develop these?
By not caring. Because you get to a point where they're just like, meh, it's good enough.
Yeah. You would think that like there'd be enough people pissed about it that they'd be like, okay, look, Bandai, you gotta do something. Give us some LEDs 2.0 or some shit.
Nah.
But that's when we get $200 kits, like the Perfect Grade Extreme.
Right. And even then, there's enough people upset about the fact that those can only be powered by battery. It's like, really?
It's not really that hard to re-engineer where it's wired in through USB. I mean, it can be done. They make conversion kits for that reason.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still one of those things where Bandai is the only company I've ever seen that's done something like that and not given you the option to use a different power source than batteries.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some questionable things about how they've done the Unleashed, not the Unleashed. What was it for the GPO one? Or ARC 78 one, not GPO one. Jesus.
Yeah, that's the PG Unleashed.
Yeah, I heard some pretty bad things about the backpack that was supposed to be like the awesome lighting feature.
Yeah, it's just trying to flow the light from the LED in the chest. It doesn't really work all that well. Like, the LED unit they use is sort of typical Bandai, like, not quite good enough.
I mean, couldn't you do, like, a good silver chrome paint on the inside to pipe the light better?
You probably could.
But then again, there are a lot of people like me that don't do a lot of it. So that would be probably a no.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They're, like, the number of people who do that sort of customization on kits is much, much lower than the number of people who just straight build.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I started off straight building. I mean, I spent a good 3 years back in the beginning of 2000s. Shit, before the beginning of 2000s. I think my first kit was like 98, 99, maybe. And, like, that's all I did was straight build. And then Travis got sick. I was like, well, let's do more into this. And I found Zach and started following his channel, and then I found Crow. I was like, he's funny. We watched some of MechaCopter, but we take a lot of his work with a grain of salt. And then we watched some Prime, and then recently we started finding older builders that aren't doing it anymore, like Robert and stuff like that. And it's like, wow, you guys really do put a lot in.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to see the amount of effort that goes into some of this stuff, check out, like, EA Gunpla or Otaku Builder.
Oh, Otaku? Yeah, I love his furry ass. He's amazing. I went as far as, like, stalking him on Facebook.
Jeez.
Well, his work is amazing. The way he breaks down and explains things, you know, a simpleton like me gets it. And Travis is one day, he's like talking about all the icons he uses. He's like, is he a furry? I'm like, no. So I looked him up on Facebook. I was like, well, damn, he is. They're everywhere.
They are everywhere.
It's like .hack. There's a small virus, and now it's everywhere.
I mean,
That's radical.
But
I'm kidding.
furries have been around for, like,
I know.
long, long time.
I know. When you're part of a fandom, you know the history of it. I mean, we're you know, pretty low-key about that around here, because not very popular in Myrtle Beach. So,
Well,
we belong to a couple groups, talk to a couple people, and that's about as far as that goes.
fair enough.
We got enough to worry about.
Huh.
bunch of gay pagans running around in the Bible Belt. Yeah, oh yeah, we're good.
Yeah, but you're in Myrtle Beach, which is, short of being in Atlanta, is about the most progressive place you can be in the South.
They've closed
Or
down all the
RDU,
gay bars
I guess.
once. They've closed down all of our gay bars, and with the exception of one, and the other one that was up, they hit with the motive cocktail. So I mean, progressive isn't real. They've closed down all the strip joints around here. Most of the bikers have been chased out from the bike fests. They're trying to claim a new family fun environment. They closed down all of our amusement parks, except for Family Kingdom. So it's like, I've been here for not quite 20 years now, but long enough to watch everything like go from, okay, I'm in a safe, nice environment, I can make friends, to, holy shit, I'm never leaving my house again.
That is unfortunate, because I used to remember taking trips down to Myrtle Beach long ago with friends of mine to pick up fireworks because, you know, they weren't legal in my state. And it always seemed, and it always seemed like a, you know, decent place, like as far as, you know, being fairly open-minded goes. So it's a shame to hear that it has taken that turn.
Yeah, there's like, I think 2 strip clubs left at the beach now. Not that that's like anything relevant or important, but I mean, that was a big business boom for the golfers and the bikers when they came.
Right.
And now we can't even find people to fill the kitchens in most of our restaurants.
Oof.
We've lost a lot of our themed restaurants. I worked for a really good theme park for a while, but they went under because of business and locals. That was hella nasty. But it's just, And then we have scalpers in the area that have been hitting all of our stores for our Gunpla and Pokemon stuff. So it's been really hard finding stuff locally for Travis when I have the money.
Yeah, that's been a problem everywhere, though. Like, the fact that it's hard to keep that stuff in stock means that, like, it's just anywhere you go that may have had some isn't going to have any.
We have about 5 stores in my area that are decent hobby stores that around right after Christmas, a family came into each one of them and dropped a couple grand and bought them all out. And are still buying them out as shipments come in.
Well, that's weird.
Like, yeah. Pokemon cards are legitly, every store that carries them sold out. I think with the exception of Target, because Target has like some kind of, you can't take this many. So it's like, literally, it's been hard to get stuff. And then with tourist season coming in and we got the extra tourists in, it's like, you know, I would just like to have an old mom and pop shop that have some models that we can go in and be like, okay, we're gonna get something small, as opposed to there is nothing. Like he's big into Nerf, and we got him a bunch of the new Jurassic themed guns, and like the day after I went to go pick up one for myself and everything was gone off all the shelves. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's more to do with the fact that Nerf guns have always been like that, though.
Oh yeah, it's true. But I mean, it's just like, it's more than just that. It's so many different things, like trying to get paints and supplies now. Like, I don't have the money to constantly be buying online.
Right.
And while I have a business license and a wholesale account for my healing business and stuff like that, it doesn't mean I can just, you know, go to like USA Gundam store and be like, hey guys, here's my wholesale account information. Let me buy from you.
Right.
And I've had a couple of friends suggest, you know, see what I can do about doing some kind of charity for Trav because of what's going on with him. I'm like, that's kind of questionable.
Depending on what you're trying to do with it, yes, could be.
Just getting kits donated them and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. To me, that would be a little bit like, if you've got the money to do it and you're not, like, hurting for it, like, that at that point it becomes just, like, begging for a handout for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. I asked help for groceries a few weeks back, and my mom got online. She's like, you need to stop begging for people. It's embarrassing. I'm like, dude, I gave up my career to take care of my best friend. What do you want me to do? You guys are off living high, doing whatever the hell you want, and we're literally just getting by.
Right.
She's like, maybe this woman is just. There are things I wanted to say to her that were horrible and not nice, but it's like, you know what? She doesn't remember what it's like when she lost family to cancer. Why should I, bother with it?
I mean, if she's not going to be understanding about your situation, then fuck her.
No, it's one of those where, like, my sister relies on my mom, my brother and his kids rely on my mom. I try to stay away from my family as much as I can because, yeah, I'm not going to compete with my siblings.
Right.
And the few times I do ask for help, she's like, "Oh, just help your brother," or "I just help your." I'm like, dude, they have jobs, they have lives. But even then, I mean, like, they don't take into account that, all of the things I go through health-wise comes out of my pocket. I haven't been deemed disabled, so I don't get insurance. It's all out of pocket. Whereas Travis, something goes wrong, I can take him to any hospital and he's good to go.
Right.
Just like, when we do get kits and stuff like that, it's a treat and it's something that helps us both feel, hey, nice. But like this month, we can't do anything because I've got my injections going on, and if I didn't have a deal with the pharmacy, it'd be $2,000 an eye.
Oof.
That's just for the medication.
Right.
So like, if I'm like, hold on, somebody's trying to call me. Let me hang up on them. We don't need music playing in the background. There we go. We still connected?
Sounds like.
Cool. But yeah, so like, with everything going on with that and stuff like that, it's like, okay, we can't buy materials, but we have stuff to work on. So if Travis gets on the, oh, I want, it's like, you want versus you need. What do you need? What do you want?
Right.
And then that's when it's like, okay, maybe, we'll see what our friends are doing, see if maybe, somebody can take you somewhere and do something. And usually, it works out with, we'll get him out and about to do something small, but for the most part, like, it's usually, he goes out and then I am at the house taking care of things. Like Saturday, he's going to the aquarium, he doesn't know it, but I'll be at home laid up with things all over my face.
The Ripley's Aquarium?
Yep.
I do like the Ripley's Aquarium.
It is one of my favorite places to go. I actually had a prom there one year.
Really?
Yeah, I dyed my hair blue to match my date's dress.
Huh.
She started being a bitch after I came out to her that night, ruined her whole night. No, we actually sat in front of the fish tank talking about fish having no prejudice with each other and stuff. It was like, to this day, she's like, "Do you remember?" Like, yes. I asked.
Totally remember the fish. It's fine. God. Shut up about the fish already, lady.
Right. We just like going because it's something that's not sensory crazy for him. He can get on the glide path and just look at the sharks and stuff.
Right. Oh, did I not cut those out?
That was something I was going to do with my life. High school, I had a scholarship for the Coastal Carolina Marine Biology program, which was the best on the East Coast for the longest time. And then I was kind of goth in school, and kids didn't like the way I dressed, so people said I threatened to kill them, and I never did, and lost everything.
Oddly enough, that happened to me in high school as well. Although I don't think anybody came out and said that I threatened to kill them. But I did get pulled into the principal's office one day and was told that there had been concerns.
Oh, God.
And I was like, and? Like...
Nope. I had the school resource officer come and handcuff me in middle class and everything. And I was like, what the hell's going on? Freaking out. Apparently, 2 kids. And I got an apology letter years later from them, too. And I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, they said you threatened to kill them, and smiled wildly at them. I'm like, I'm in special ed, guys. What the hell? Seriously. And, like, the whole thing was a mess. The guy that was doing our trial looked at me and is like, well, what if I said your mom had cancer and she was going to die of cancer? My mom did have cervical cancer. So, like, it was a whole mess. I lost my scholarship and everything, and my family decided to pull me out of school, so I got a GED, and I was the first one in my family to go to college. So, I mean, it's like, yeah, I still dress goth. Sorry, you don't like it.
Yeah. But if you're about the same age I am, then that was probably about the same time as the whole Columbine incident.
Fine. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and our idea of goth and punk is a hell of a lot different than people just a few years after us.
exactly.
I mean, you know, grunge, punk, what we consider was goth was actually, you know, Morticia Gomez kind of stuff, not AFI, 30 Seconds to Mars.
Wait, 30 Seconds to Mars was considered goth?
They were considered emo, and emo was considered a part of the goth movement.
Was it?
They lump it all. They lump it all together now. Yeah.
Oh
yeah, They
man,
lump it all together now.
nice to know people are still stupid and don't understand musical genres. But you know, whatever.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I only know this because like I was surfing on YouTube 2 days ago and saw that AFI was releasing new music. I was like, what? What the? They're still making music? I thought that was done and over with and had faded away.
Clearly not.
Nope. Give me some Mastodon. Give me, you know, some Draconian. Cradle Filth.
Not
Let's
a
say couple
Gojira
of
fan?
bands. Actually, yes. Gojira was great. I did like Dragon Force, but that was, you know, kind of shortly lived out.
Dragon Force is still fun. Those guys are like total nerds, and it's great.
Oh God, nerd, yes. Like if you can go and play death metal or hard rock or heavy metal, play Dungeons and Dragons, and then go play a board game with somebody and be totally legit, like with the translation, like nothing happened, you're cool in my book. It's like the other day we were playing Dungeons and Dragons, and Travis was like playing a barbarian, and we're like he got surrounded by 3 people in a bar, and me and the other player were out in the other corner, and we're all like, oh shit, he's gonna die. He took all 3 of them out in turn. I was like, what the fuck? I heard the timer going off, and I also heard you making funny noises. You're scaring people. Stop it. He just looked at me like, what?
Oh man.
Yay, my torso is shiny and yet spotty. I can live with that.
Spotty.
Yeah, I gotta go over with another code, I think. It's just the way that my eyes are perceiving the way that the top coat took.
I see.
Yeah, I saw what you did there.
Yeah.
What kind of music were you into back in the day?
Pretty much the same thing I am now, which is everything except pop and modern country.
You are amazing. Because when you
okay.
No, because like the style of music is about what me and Travis are.
Yeah, I mean, I'll listen to just about anything as long as it's, you know, even halfway catchy. But like, pop and country to me is like modern country, pop country, I guess you could say. Like, I'm still into like outlaw country and like the stuff, not the kind of country that you're gonna hear on the radio, that's for sure.
See, like, I'll listen to Reba, but give me like classic Kenny Rogers, classic Dolly, stuff like that. But stuff like country changed a lot when we hit the early to mid 90s.
Oh yeah, because it just turned into twang pop and it was crap.
Yep. And well, pop is pop.
Yeah, well.
But even pop has changed like in the recent years, and it's like terrifying.
Yeah, but it's still not good.
Like I said, it's terrifying. Although I did find a good channel on YouTube that will take pop songs and do them in metal versions. and then they'll compare the singers to the singers that did it in pop. I'm just like, this is bearable. I can do this.
Oh man.
Oh, panel lines, how you're going to hate me. Just trying to understand why they panel lined the back part of this when there's a backpack and then the shoulder units that cover that up.
I mean, they do that with every kit. Like, even high grades do that, where it's like, you know you're going to put a backpack on this thing, but we're going to put panel lines on it anyways. And Dipper, sir, your taste in music has now been... Your music license is revoked.
What's he saying?
Saying 2000s to 2010s pop was good.
Okay,
Now, if you're
so
talking about, like, alt rock or indie rock or, like, the
grunge
early
rock?
wave of alternative music, then maybe. But if you're talking about actual pop, it's terrible. Hey,
Now,
Andy.
if you want to go through music education where pop was okay, 90s dance, trance, and electrical.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, yeah.
No. Man, trance and house music I can't stand. And the reason is because it's all so repetitive and, like... And I get it, that's the point. Like, people want to dance to it, but, like, the only techno bands that I've ever been able to stand were Kraftwerk and Daft Punk.
Okay, what about Blue Man Group?
I mean, in small doses.
Okay. But no, as far as, like, house electronica, no. I'm talking, like, Rhythm is a Dancer, Hadaway's What is Love. You know, the stuff that gets stuck in your head and will never leave.
Oh, you mean stuff where people actually seems like they put in effort instead of just hitting random and Fruity Loops?
Yes. Well, I mean, Random and Free Loops is my life, but still. Had to. Yeah,
Alright.
I take 90s dance to a lot of modern pop any day. That might just be because I'm queer as hell, but then we have standards.
I got no comment on that.
That's okay. You don't have to have them.
Let's see here. Alright.
I'd pop back in chat, but I don't want it talking back to us. I haven't quite figured that one out yet. I could put it on the television.
There you go.
They think Travis is watching a movie playing with the Husky while building Exia. Yes.
That is quite a collection of things to be doing at one time.
Yes, he's sitting on the bed, cross-legged, fiddling with pieces. The Husky is sitting in front of him, talking, or was talking to him, and the television is on.
I see.
Yes. Be quiet, you. What are you trying to do, Trav? Did you break something? Is this piece? Mm-hmm. You sure?
There we go. Oh, right.
I see one of your problems, Trav. This isn't the right piece right here. I don't think it is. You've got this piece where it's not. This piece is supposed to go down here. Is this that piece? Mm-hmm. Okay. Trying to get it going. Ooh, that is a bitch. Like that?
Dipper, you're thrown into the nearest volcano. Just go do it on your own. I'm too lazy to fly out there. But we're sacrificing you to the volcano gods at this point.
I mean, the pagan has the altar set up ready to go. Let's do this.
It's over here
Which
talking
side are we
about.
going to?
It's talking about Backstreet Boys and Westlife.
Oh, Backstreet Boys. Jesus. I remember my sister having 17 magazines, and we'd sit there and fangirl over them, and we realized the music was trash and they weren't that pretty.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, that is true. The music was trash, and they
NSYNC had better music.
I wouldn't go that far. Let's not go crazy here by saying that any of it was in any way good.
I mean, I could blasphemize and say, no, 98 Degrees was the shit. But...
I'd appreciate it if you did.
See, who was big in that time besides those guys? Because that's all my sister used to freaking listen to. Limp Bizkit. There you go.
I will admit that I have been to a Limp Bizkit concert in my life.
Oh, really? Let's not talk about where they got their name from. And see, who else was really big?
Although, in fairness, the tour that I saw them on was the one where their stage prop was like a Gundam, like 1-to-1 Gundam bust that they were playing in.
Linkin Park also did that too. Linkin Park was hella big on Gundam.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's because they were all weebs.
True. No, I think I was mostly still listening to a lot of classic and grunge at that time. Yeah, I only messed with the boy bands because of my sister, and I could get away with fangirling without my mom killing me. I can't wait to see what Dipper's responses are, even though I can't see what he's writing right now. But it's gonna probably be like, "But that's good music." And I'll tell him to go listen to Lifehouse and leave us alone, good sir. Go listen to some Creed.
No, man, let's not talk about Creed.
Yeah. His arms are wide open.
Oh my god, let's just not talk about Creed, and I think everybody's life will be better off for it.
All right, fine. Blue Oyster Cult Gojira.
What's that?
I said, okay, fine. Blue Oyster Cult Gojira.
I mean, the fact that they didn't let them use that song in the movie or the fact that that song was not asked to be in the 1990s Godzilla movie, the 98 one, is apparently a very sore spot for Blue Oyster Cult.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of glad they ended up not tied to that movie.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they were as well, but at the time it was like, look, we wrote a song called Godzilla, and you didn't want to use it in your movie. That's kind of a slap in the face.
Yeah, and then half the movie's about Matthew Broderick and worms.
I mean, yeah, but they didn't know that at the time.
True that. So mouthy. There is an active volcano currently actually in Iceland right now. We could go take it to.
Yeah, but that's a lot of work. I mean, he's already in Hawaii. He can just go throw himself in the closest one there.
I actually have friends that live in Hawaii. I got this.
That's it.
I have a friend who I went through school with when I was studying to get into crystal healing and stuff like that, and she moved and gave me her whole collection worth thousands, and she bought property over there. I was like, where the hell did you get this from, dude? We still talk, and she's pretty close to one of the volcanoes. So, I mean, we could totally have her invite Dip over for, like, a cookout or something, and, like, yeah, here, eat this, and he falls asleep, and next thing you know, he's being spitfire roasted over one of the lava flows.
Yes.
But first, we'll take every one of his plamo kits and just slowly drop them into the lava and watch them melt into nothingness. Or is that too cruel?
That's gotta be a long time.
Actually, if you put them in a crate and you slowly lower them, the speed that they will melt, it won't take that long.
Yeah, you're gonna put 2 crates.
We'll just
We'll
just do all the Fumina ones last.
Yes. Make those ones burn. He'd be sad though.
That's the point. It's entirely the point.
True.
Anybody who likes boy bands that much deserves it.
Ooh.
Hey man,
mean-
you grow up.
I bet
What was
you
that?
listen to Menudo, don't you?
Oh,
Menudo.
you know, funny thing about Nudo, one of the former leads from it is actually on my Facebook, Angelo, and boy has he gone fruitier than me.
I mean,
Yeah, no joke, man. It is terrifying. He is like this built body, and like, oh my god, it's terrifying. Because then he starts opening his mouth, and you're like, well, we know who the bottom of this conversation is.
jeez.
It's terrifying.
I will have to
He
take your
probably-
word for it, I'm afraid.
He probably has Hanson on repeat.
Look, bop, dooba doo wop, shoobidop bop doo bop, whatever.
Oh, now we're getting into scat territory,
I mean,
and the husky agrees.
that was Hanson.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Scatman.
Scatman
Papa
Carruthers, good stuff. Right up there with the damn it, what's his name? Cab Calloway, in my opinion.
Ooh. That's right up there in the alley of 90s dance that I was actually referring to, because that stuff was played in majority of the clubs.
Cab Calloway?
Yep, that was on, that would usually, see, the last time I went, that came on right after Hadaway, What Is Love? Then again, I stopped clubbing a long... I got lazy and fat and wasn't cute anymore.
You don't have to look good to have fun.
Are you talking about the queers here in this fucking town are fucking shallow as hell?
Yeah, that's kind of their fault then. Not your fault. You can still go have fun. Have all the fun you
Word.
want. You have full permission to have all the fun you want.
Why go out
No,
and
you
spend money
don't.
when I can...
I gave him
Why
permission,
go out-
Dipper.
Plus, why go out and spend money when I can just sit here and have a dance parody on my bed and be stupid with Trav and make him laugh?
I mean, I said you could have fun. I didn't say what your fun had to be.
If I still drank, I'd probably get hella shit-faced. But the diabetes stopped that. However, Smirnoff Zero is not half bad when you take a zero sugar Jolly Rancher and put it in there. Just saying. I'm not endorsing alcoholism at all.
I mean, not alcoholism, but
Oh.
you can endorse alcohol. There's nothing wrong with that.
Word. I keep forgetting I got a Space Godzilla Magic card.
The, which one?
Space Godzilla Death Corona.
Yeah, the one that they said they were never going to print again. And people
Yeah,
flipped
it's
out
fun.
over how much it was going to cost, and it was pre-selling for, $120. It comes out printed at Uncommon, and there's a billion of them around, and people felt bad because the price of them tanked real fast.
Yep. I have one sitting on my ancestor altar next to my best friend's eulogy. He's a big Space Godzilla nut.
I have all of the Godzilla Magic cards except for Mecha King Ghidorah. Or just
Oh.
regular King Ghidorah. I don't think there was a Mecha
I
King
had-
Ghidorah one.
I had way too many Rodans. It was like, get rid of this card. It's trash.
Yeah, kinda. But I'm going to eventually, once I finally get my hands on all of them, I'm going to have them all framed because I also got the Secret Lair Godzilla Lands.
Ooh, nice.
So
I know I'm gonna be selling my collection eventually because we don't play. It's too complex for him anymore. So, and my local shop's like, hey, I'll take them. Like, hey, you get some Gundams in and we'll work something out.
Huh.
Store credit, dude. He had a nice small. I think it was Mr. Holly. I wasn't sure, but it was an air compressor set. I was like, ooh, I want something small to get started with.
just get a Iwata airbrush and a nice compressor, and go for it.
I do believe we actually have a really decent compressor out in the garage. So, like, I'm just gonna steal it and use it.
Is it a low PSI compressor, or is it a like car tire inflation compressor? Because those are different.
You know, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. I haven't looked at it in that respect yet. Power washer strength, I think.
You probably don't want to go that powerful.
I mean, you definitely get the paint on if there's any kit left. You know, sandblast it. You be quiet, dog. Dog is Satan. Be gone. Alright, guys. I have got to jet. I gotta go cook dinner.
Alright, take care, man.
Alright, I'll catch you guys on the next stream.
Yep, see you later, dude.
Well, bands are
Peace.
good.
Bye, Dip.
Boy bands are trash.
No, no.
Kid
You're
Rock
trash.
said it.
Oh, I hate rocks.
If Kid Rock said it, it's got to be true. Boy bands are trash.
I like rocks. Why do you like rocks? They're just minerals.
They are. Heavy and unforgiving and everlasting.
No? They call it forgetful.
No, man. Rocks are forever.
No. They lose to water, so.
Nah. Eventually, all things return to minerals. That's the secret of the eventual heat death of the universe.
Yes. Everyone will perish.
Slowly and alone. Is that a little too dark for stream? How's everybody doing out there in Streamland?
Who?
Alright. There we go. That's what I wanted to happen.
Why you throw everything on the table?
Because that's what I wanted to happen, man.
I mean, clearly.
Clearly. Yo, EK, what's up? Apparently nothing.
Clearly.
Clearly. There we go.
I was going to ask about boy bands.
Man, nobody cares about boy bands. Are boy bands even still a thing? Are they done now?
I mean, in the US it is, but not like K-pop and stuff like that.
I didn't even think it was still a thing in the US.
No, the US is done. Done so.
Good. Get them stinking boy bands out of here.
No. I mean, either that or you're gonna hear mumble rapping.
I mean, that's not any better, though.
See? But which one would you choose if you only have two options?
I mean, I would choose to shove large sticks into my ears so that I would deafen myself and not have to listen to any of it.
That's too extreme, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like it's the right answer.
I don't know.
Alright. There. That's slightly more organized. Slightly.
No, it's not.
I said slightly. I didn't say it was fully more organized.
Isn't that just the same thing?
Nope. This stuff off. There we go. Ah. How does this all go together? Okay, so we got that piece. That part goes there. That piece goes there.
Hello.
Hey, there you are.
Muted because I was eating, and I still kind of am.
Oh, fair enough.
ASMR.
What?
You.
ASMR
No.
eating.
No, if I hear myself getting picked up on the mic via eating, I'm going to be muting myself because that's just disgusting.
It's kind of gross.
People who get off on hearing noises and it's like, well, I want to hear them fart. Those people need help.
I'm not gonna kink shame, but it's not my thing.
Nah, I'm definitely going to kink shame. If you get off by hearing farting, then you have something wrong.
I mean,
That is a place where excrement comes out of.
yeah, but like,
People like fart jokes, you know.
Okay, but that's like a 5-year-old. And Herb. I used to think Herb would like fart jokes. I don't know. It seems like he would.
I mean, I know Ambassador like fart.
fart jokes are funny, y'all.
No, Ambassador likes fart puns. There's a big difference.
Look, I'm gonna just say fart jokes are funny, yo.
Okay.
I don't know why I want you to do it that way. We're not gonna do it that way. Alright, so there's that. Then this goes like that. And this attaches to there.
So, late this week, my family will be leaving the house, and I will have the entire house to myself along with my dog.
Sounds like party time.
It also means the entire garage is going to be empty, which means I can finally try out painting.
Woo! Painting time!
Party time.
I'll try it on the spoons, and if it works out on the spoons, then I will...
Paint the whole house.
No, I need to cut out and sand the Blastmaster pieces. I'm obviously going to do it on a few runners first to see like how it looks, but you know, I need to. That paint was entirely meant for the Blastmaster, so it doesn't look like crap.
Right.
Excuse me. But no, I'm looking forward to it.
I think you'll be fine.
I'm starting to doubt the gold markers I have, because like everyone says the red ones are finicky, but I'm worried that the gold ones might be a little bit finicky too. I don't know yet.
I think the gold ones are fine.
I've seen some final results that people have used the same markers on, and I think it'll look fine. I just need to get down. I need to write down like how all the coats and layers work, and when to paint this and when to paint that, and you know.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
We'll see. Again, if I fuck it up badly enough, I'm just throwing the entire thing in the trash. There's no saving it for me. And it won't really cost me much, so...
You've got a backup, though.
Yeah, no, I do have a backup. I may need to putty yours, though, because, man, you really sanded the shit out of some spots.
Yeah, it was my first time using sanding to get rid of nubs.
Yeah, I saw one part that was sanded so much, I was like, is that a seam line? I can't tell, because, like, the entire edge of the part has been sanded when it was two pieces sandwiched together.
Yep.
So it looks like it made a seam line, but further down the part, it's not a seam line. It's, like, weird. Like, the entire forearm does that on both sides.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be able to use that without a lot of putty.
Well, like I said...
I could use other parts, though.
It was my first time sanding.
The clear parts are probably the best part about that. Because if I screw mine up, then I could just take it from those.
Right.
Because I'm not sure... I don't know if I want to put the silver reflectiveness, which I'm wondering if I should get like an EX marker or a Molotov for that. I don't know if I should put the reflective paint on the back side of the clear piece, or if I should put it on the part behind the clear piece. For the head camera, or for like the head visor, I should do the latter because, you know, it has detail back there. But I don't know about the chest because all the detail is in the clear part on the chest. So, like, technically that should be fine, but I think it may look weird in comparison to the visor that's real close to it.
You just gotta, you know, be careful and take your time with it.
Yeah, because how that ends up looking will determine if I do that on the Master Grade XX. Because, you know, it's got the two giant clear chest pieces.
Right. So on the XX, what you should definitely do is there is the raised parts of the detail underneath the clear parts, and then there are the recessed parts. Mm-hmm. You should do black panel line marker on the inside the recessed parts, and then clear on top of the on top of the raised parts.
Will you even see the black panel liner with a clear piece that dark?
Oh yeah, it definitely will make it stand. It'll give it a lot of contrast. Trust me on that.
All right.
But like, you got to get in there with a panel line marker, not just like the panel line ink. Cause...
Yeah, I've got both. I've got both.
Okay.
But no, it should be interesting. I still can't really decide on the Blastmaster, the feet I'm gonna use, because like the high new feet look right, and I personally prefer them. But due to where the ankle joint is, it's really far forward on the leg.
Yep.
The Blastmaster feet has more stuff sticking out the back, so it balances it properly. Whereas the high new feet don't do that.
Right.
And I'm afraid that's going to cause issues. He's like, I assume that was for the backpack, but after removing the backpack, it still has the exact same issue. So, the feet look better, but they come with problems.
Right.
I mean, if nothing else, what I could do, potentially, is, since I will have two sets of the Blastmaster feet, I could cut off the triangle added-on piece from the back of the new Xeon heels, which is something to make it look more Suzabi. It's not needed. You can cut it off and there won't be any holes open.
Right.
Cut that off and then take a piece from the Blastmaster's foot that, you know, puts the stuff behind it so that it can balance well, and slap that in that place. And that could fix the issue entirely.
It's possible.
I don't know. I've got to look into that.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it either. I mean, you're the one. This is your project, and I'm following it because I'm interested to see where you go with it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make the Blastmaster not crap. Coloring is a good start, but I feel like removing some of the nonsense, like the weaponized skirt armor and the bazooka feet, is another step to improving it.
Yeah, and
I feel like I could improve the head, but I don't know how. I don't know what would look good.
Honestly, giving it a proper XX backpack would be better.
I've considered it, But like in Breaker games, New Gundam Breaker, and the mobile game, if you put that backpack on any suit that isn't the double X, the satellite cannons won't have their scopes. Because the scopes come from the shoulders of the double X.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
So it's going to look weird, because it's going to have this really thin part on part of the cannon, and it's just going to have nothing there.
Yep.
So that's what's keeping me from considering that. That and the double X backpack is too good to take from the double X.
Yeah, but that's kind of the problem with the Blastmasters. It acted
but
like it
no
wanted to go
backpack-
that route, and then it just didn't
no
commit.
backpack fits it, you know?
Yeah. But it was like, hey, we want to do this, and then it just doesn't commit to the whole thing, so it just kind of looks janky.
Basically, it's like, okay, we want it to be a heavy weapon system, but instead we're gonna give it a lot of weapons from all different series, so none of them look right together, and we're gonna miniaturize all of them so that it looks even more wrong.
Yeah.
Because like the parts that are fine is the double Zeta high mega cannon in the head. That one's okay. You know, anything could potentially do that. The whatever the hell named cannon in the chest from the Strike Freedom Gundam. Okay, sure. You know, it's not in the way really. Then they got anti-ship lasers from on the shoulders, which when they're folded up, who cares? You know, just looks like bulky short armor. It works.
Right. Isn't that from
But
Double
when it gets weird is when it goes, okay, so the assault pack from the G self, we're gonna miniaturize those beam rifles, those massive round beam rifle things on the sides, and put them on the side skirt armor. We're gonna take the Age 3 Normals Sigmaxis cannon, miniaturize those, and put those on the front skirt armor. By the way, we're going to keep the bottom of those completely hollowed out and ribbed so it looks like crap whenever they're lifted up. Then we're going to turn the feet into the Virtue Gundam's bazookas. And that's when I thought it got stupid. Really stupid.
I mean, honestly, I just think that whole kit looks bad. I don't think there's any saving it.
I really do want to improve it. I think changing out the feet will help. Changing out at least the side skirt armor for something. I would prefer Beam Saber holsters, but I can't get those unless I get like fuck.
Actually, what would look nice would be the
cannon, I think.
Actually, what would look nice is the Strike Freedom side skirts with the rail cannons or the beam rail cannons or whatever the fuck those are.
I was considering that, but even on the Jagan, they would look a little bit small, but they're still long enough to hit with the bulbous lower leg armor. So it will constantly clash with itself. Whereas Strike Freedom had really narrow and thin legs, you know, so nothing was really hitting them.
I see.
Also, the Jagan has a bit of a wider stance than the Strike Freedom. Excuse me, jeez. It's the chocolate shake, I swear.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, I want a little bit of utility instead of just all weapons on this thing. And a beam saber holster would be the best, because the only way it had beam sabers before were on the satellite cannon backpack, which I mean, I do have those, but I'm gonna have nowhere to put them, you know?
Right.
It does come with a single Jagan beam saber handle, but nowhere to store it. So if I got the holster from the Jesta cannon or just another Jagan, specifically like the Stark Jagan or the Type D, I could have it on one side of the skirt armor, and then I could put just like the typical grenade holster on the other side, you know?
Right.
And I feel like armor on the forearms would do good for it. I can do that whenever, honestly, even after I paint it.
Right.
So that's something to just consider for a later date. Same thing with the side skirt armor, but like the feet, I need to figure out. I feel like it needs a backpack, but at the same time, I don't think it needs one. You know, it's a very wide suit, and having something not on the back is kind of strange.
Mm-hmm.
So I considered drilling a hole or two on the back and attaching a very short subarm that would hold the giant Gatling from the HG Build Fighters Try option set It wouldn't shoot it; it would just hoard it, you know.
Right.
And but the issue is getting hold of that now. It's $6 on Mandrake, but $30 shipping. Ow.
Yeah, shipping always gets you. Shipping gonna give it to you.
No, no.
Why you gotta hate everything that's good, Dipper?
If it's good, it will be good. If it's not good, people will hate it.
Right. But you seem to hate things that everybody likes. So I can only assume that you just have a vendetta against things that are actually good.
I mean, can you even name one thing that is good?
I am.
No.
Oh, yeah. I am awesome. I'm so awesome, I built myself a temple to my awesomeness in Valheim today.
Was it a boar temple?
It was not. It's just a big old building, because I wanted to see how tall you could go with a building before it started to collapse. You get it pretty tall.
Make a sky tower.
Not making a whole sky tower. You can't do it. It falls apart.
Lame game.
Because the game does not take supports very much into account, it seems.
If you cannot make a sky tower, what's the point?
I mean, maybe once I get stone stuff unlocked, I'll be able to make a sky tower. But right now, sky tower's a no-go.
You're gonna make the Tower of Babylon, where all the pigs came together to try to reach God. And God got upset, destroyed the tower, and turned them all into boars.
I'm up to 5 boars in my boar pen, by the way. Having started with 2 boars.
You're gonna have to put that dividing wall in soon.
I'm just going to start another pen on another part of the country, or another part of the landmass.
Ah, yes, an entirely different part of the country.
I mean, it is. I have to use a teleporter to get there.
Oh, nice.
It's on a different continent, actually. There we go. All right, now need to remember what.
So when you gonna tame a wolf?
I don't think you can.
There's 3 things that you can tame in that game.
Okay. So is wolves one of them?
A boar, a wolf, and a lox.
A what now?
A lox.
Is that like an ox?
It's like an ox, but furry
Oh,
and big.
I see. Well, I haven't seen any of those yet, and every time I try to get close to wolves, they immediately kill me. So right now, taming wolves is a no-go. Maybe I'll get to the point where I can tame a wolf eventually.
You should have been able to tame wolf trolls.
Yeah, that probably would have been going a bit far as believability goes.
I don't know. You can tame anything in the world.
So I need... Alright, almost done with this thing, actually, it looks like.
I am now looking at just a ton of fucking backpacks, and I have no idea what would work as a heavy weapon system.
That I cannot help you with.
Because like option backpacks, well, option sets, the backpacks that come with option sets are typically kind of meh. Excuse me again, jeez, it is a shake. They're very meh, like the double rebate cloak and the like the Mars 4 backpack and stuff like that. They don't really work as a heavy weapon thing, and also they tend to be very cheap.
Yep.
I'm half considering, stupid name, Powered Arms Powerder, which is just the GM Cardigan backpack. Because it's got Gatling guns, it's got rifle attachments, it's got missiles, it's got really long sub arms, which I think I would just shorten those. And I guess they could like kind of fold underneath the arm, like the Destiny.
Could.
Figured that could maybe work. I don't think the style is gonna work with the Blastmaster though.
It is good because it's for minutes.
Yeah, anything she made that was related to the GM Cardigan was good. Afterwards, meh. It's just that the all the guns for that backpack have these 3 holes drilled into it. Not all the way through, but just like as details, and it looks kind of odd. Because I've got it myself, it's in my hand right now. But yeah, it doesn't really fit with the Blastmaster's aesthetic unless I were to also drill in holes like that. I don't know where they would go. Also, starting to think maybe I should get some other hands for this thing.
What kind of hands?
These
Open hands, fists, you know, stuff like that. The issue is, Jagans don't really do that. They don't really have those.
Right, right.
So if I got them, I'd probably have to pull them from the builder hands, specifically the edge ones, I think. I have to paint the back of the hands in whatever color I wanted to use it for. What color did I pick for that? It's actually a very good question I should figure out.
Yeah, it seems like that would be a good thing to know if you're, you know, going to be painting it.
Yeah, where did I color anything? Oh, it's just white. Okay. Oh, I fucked up the coloring on the line art that I did. I accidentally colored the first set of fingers before the next knuckle joints white as well. It kind of looks good.
Well, keep it then. Happy accident.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good in line art. I'm not sure if it would look good in person because, you know, line art and physical hands aren't exactly the same.
Well, go look at the hands on the one that's already put together and close your eyes and imagine.
Like it looks like the first joints for the first parts of the fingers were armored up. Like if it needed to punch or something like that. So I don't know.
I mean, take a look at the one that's already built and imagine if those parts were white, or at least the same color as the back of the hand, and think about whether or not you like that look. That's one of the benefits of having an already built one, is you can see how it's going to look all together.
Yeah, yeah, which is the reason why I bought that one from you. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, like if you can see the entirety of the fingers, it would look good. But like if it's on on the typical pose where you just see like the thumbs and the top of the first set of fingers, it's not gonna look good. So I don't know about that. Maybe if I got like plot plate and just put a small shroud over the first set of fingers, it would look neat. I don't know. But like that would have to go with the forearm armor or whatever I ended up doing with it. I think that would look good then. That way it looks like it's continuing on from the arm.
Right, right.
Oh, I do have one weapon I guess I could give this thing. The Tertium's shield cannon. Don't know how... Actually, I don't know how that would attach. It's like a fucking puzzle.
Come on now. There we go. Oof.
So I was on a Discord call at the same time as talking to you, and I forgot to mute myself with him. So he heard the entire thing about all the nonsensical weapons on the Blastmaster, and he thought someone else on his game was talking to him.
I'm sorry.
Nah, it's my fault. I didn't realize that it would pick it up because my browser Discord never fucking works with audio. So for the first time, it's actually worked in a couple years now.
You got like 2 separate accounts or something that you're using?
Oh, no. So, if you install the Discord exe, and then you use Discord on your browser, you can be logged on to both of them with the same account, and be, browsing different things at the same time, and you can be in 2 separate calls.
Oh,
like if you had someone doing screen sharing and another one just doing normal voice chat, you could be in both of them.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, it lets me multitask a little bit.
Apparently, it also lets you confuse the heck out of one.
Yeah, he started asking people in his lobby if someone was into Gunpla because I don't talk to him verbally much.
Okay.
So he isn't used to my voice.
But
he heard you too, so.
Well, there you go.
One of the things he said in his game was, "Wow, you have a really good voice."
I do not.
Ambassador?
Nope.
He was talking about Ambassador, but he thought it was someone else.
No.
No, my voice is horrible, and I absolutely hate every second that I have to hear it when I'm editing
I hate
audio.
hearing myself too.
There we go. All right. do these things go together? I know
You
how
slap
those pieces go together. They go together there.
Yeah, you literally just need to slap it together.
Oh, I think I screwed that piece up. Hold up. Oh. Yep. Screwed this up just a little bit. Not too badly. Nothing that can't easily be rectified. And then that needs to... Stop that. There we go. Those go together. Go. There's the rear of the thing.
You mean the butt?
It's not the butt, it's the legs.
Depending on who you ask, that's the same thing.
Legs are not butts.
Well, it's like what Crow would think they're the same.
But what?
He thinks that the waist and hips are the exact same thing.
Leg is connected to butt, so leg is butt.
No, you see, our body gets cut off at the chest, and then there's the hips right underneath it.
Leg bone connected to the butt bone?
Yep.
I see.
Yes.
I wonder if this is supposed to be like a giant fuel container that goes into this thing. Kind of looks like a fuel container.
No. It's a gas can.
Is that literally not a fuel container, Dipper?
No.
How not?
It's a gas can.
No, that could hold ammo.
Maybe.
Fuel container, fuel has a lot of stuff. Not just gas, you know?
It could have oil.
Oil, electricity, and
I mean, I guess it could have some of those things if it were, I don't know, something different. I'm not familiar enough with the lore of HexaGear to know what they power their HexaGears with. I don't even know. I don't even know if they're called HexaGears. I don't know why the name of the line is HexaGear. I don't know a lot about anything here, clearly.
Is it cool?
I mean, it is cool. That's all that
Good enough.
matters. All right. That opens slightly. There we go. A cargo-ish container. Now we build the storage arm, it looks like. Alright, so how does this go? So we take this piece and... these two pieces go on here like this. And then inserts there, and these clamp onto it like so. Nice. Very interesting. And of course, like the big dummy that I am, forgot to put this piece in. Now, alright, that attaches under there. On like so. Fantastic. And these parts connect thusly. Come on. Get on there.
No.
All right, there we go. I mean, I do like the fact that it has this little cargo bit on it, but I don't know what that's for, so whatever. Then these pieces connect.
You have the perfect mentality of a reviewer.
What do you mean?
I don't know what this is, so whatever.
I mean, it looks cool. I think that's what matters the most.
You're not able to be an informative reviewer.
I'm not trying to be informative. I'm trying to tell you whether or not I liked it.
I mean, have you watched the Foosh?
I don't even know what that is.
Opinion corner with Ambassador.
It's literally what reviews are. I don't know why that's such a big deal. It's like, oh.
Don't even review then. Real-time opinion.
I mean, right now, my real-time opinion is that the kit is actually really cool and super fun. There we go.
Oh god, you know what this just reminded me of?
What's that?
When I was little, and this thing is broken, probably long gone by now. I had was it Micro Machines or Hot Wheels? I think it was a Micro Machines. Like what's that helicopter called? It has two sets of blades. It's like a Chinook or something like that. It's a transport helicopter.
It's either the Sikorsky or the Chinook.
Yeah, it was about this big. The entire hull was around the same like shape as the front cockpit of this thing, and no, it had two sets of propellers in the back could open up, and you could have two levels of cars that would go inside the helicopter. And
So
you could open it up from the sides to see the cars and everything.
all right, so initial impression on this thing is that it is really cool. The problem is that the wings are not heavy duty enough for the landing gear to be properly supported by them. Like the landing gear on this is useless. Like you can't set it on the landing gear. The thing is just too heavy and too awkwardly balanced.
So it's not cool.
Oh no, it's cool. You're just not going to use it. Like the landing gear just doesn't matter on it. And the blade
The cool
spins.
rating on the landing gear went down.
Little bit.
Okay, so I'm noticing something about the wings. Can the wings fold out or something?
Oh yeah.
Because it looks like they could like be taken off and added to the current wings to be longer.
Oh yeah. You basically just disconnect them at the end of the joint here, and then just turn them up and plug them back in. And then you can reconfigure like how the weapons go underneath, because the weapons can do a number of different configurations as well.
With how useless the landing gear is, it may be better to actually extend the wings.
I actually kind of like the way it looks like this.
No, I get that. It's kind of like cradling, or I guess shielding the weapons from the side.
Yeah, and it's not like this does not strike me as a high-speed vehicle, so.
Well, no, if I had this thing, I would rip the wings off, the tail off, and just turn this thing into a mech.
I mean, it does turn into a mech.
Well, no, I would get it a new set of blocky legs from like Mech Warrior.
Ah.
Because like if you okay, keep the wings on, but take off the wing extenders. So it's just like a lot of heavy weaponry, and then put the legs on right underneath where the central hub for the propellers are.
Right.
And just make it look like some kind of heavily armed walker.
So the question really becomes, what do these other parts? Do I need those for the transformation? I guess maybe.
Which one?
Doesn't look like. The leftover parts on the eye runner. I know a couple of them are for the hands, so when you convert it to the hands, you can stick some of the weapons from some of the other HexaGear kits onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is... Oh man, I wish I had that. Where the hell does that come from?
It looks like it's talking about another kit.
Okay, so, I mean, that part definitely is, but I want it now. I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah, you need to
MW30?
combine.
Yeah. So, you were talking about making it look more like a blocky mech. There you go. Here's on the last page is what it looks like with the bulk arm legs.
Nah, that doesn't look right. The legs would have to be bigger, first of all. They'd have to be thicker. They'd have to be more square at the thighs.
I'm just saying that they do have that option.
Attached literally right underneath the cockpit to look right. Now, I'm visualizing a very specific thing. I guess like the Timberwolf from Mech Warrior.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. So
Okay,
the
maybe not like
MW, so the MW30, is that from another HexaGear kit, or is that a MSG?
It's like the BMX 10 Proteus from EDF.
No, I'm talking about like where do you get the kit from that has
you mean
that
the second kit
attachment?
that you're talking about?
No, I already have that. I've already got that bulk arm. I could make this thing right now if I wanted to, but I don't want to. And I'm not gonna. But there you go. I could do it. No, I'm talking about the this chain-fed drum for the machine gun.
Hold on, MW. This is HexaGear.
Yeah. But I think it might be modeling support good things.
Hold on, I'm checking. 30 or 20?
30.
HexaGear MW30. I hope that's not it. Oh, wait, yes, it's a modeling support gear. Weapon
Yep.
unit MW30 belt link.
Yep. I might have to purchase one of those because that actually looks pretty badass to go onto the side of this thing.
I will send you... Actually, I don't even know where you could get it, but I could send you the Hoppy search page so that you have all the information.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know where I can get one. Like, there are places that sell them.
Well, I meant just so you know the name, when it came out, what the price is, stuff like that.
Let's see.
Yeah, it is just a drum and belt and nothing else. There's no gun.
I'm pretty sure I can get that from Galactic Toys. They tend to usually carry a lot of the modeling support good stuff.
It looks like hell to assemble, but you could just get one from like a Master Grade Heavy Arms if you really wanted.
Yeah, no, it's not. That wouldn't be nearly big enough for this.
I doubt it. I'm sure that's like Master Grade size. Like for the weapons and stuff.
Go to Bakia, refine down to MSG. Let's see if you've got any in stock. Galactic Toys. Oh, wow, you do not have any in stock. Oh, no. You just have 2 different listings for MSG. Let's see. They do not have them in stock. I'll have to track them down, though, because that is actually really cool looking. Alright. Now, I need to step away for just a second. So, size comparison time. That's the VF31F that I did. And the SteelRain next to it completely dwarfs it. By like a lot.
If it wasn't for the overly large cockpit in the helicopter, that would be a pretty good size. Like compared to each other.
Yeah. Do I have a connector like that though?
Maybe the Gatlings would be a little bit oversized compared to the Valkyrie. But you could also just blame that on caliber.
Perhaps.
I'm sort of comparing them to the A-10 Warthog machine gun.
Now here's the question. Do I have something that I can attach it to? Is that the right size hole?
That's not the hole.
That's not... I mean, that is the hole, but that's not the right size connector for it. Yeah, it actually is the right size connector for it. Check that out. Alright.
You are in luck. It will reprint on July.
What, the MSG thing?
Yes.
Nice. Might have to pick one up then. Now, where's the other half of that piece? Doesn't just use that standard thing. There's got to be another half to that. Because there's no way it's just reusing that same connector, is it? Maybe. All right, I guess I'll have to take it apart and find out real quick. Oh.
For what?
For this action base stand. I want to put this thing up on the stand.
Isn't that just like a hole down
there? There is, but I need to get the correct adapter attached to the actual action base itself.
No fun.
I mean, it's not really that big of a deal.
So, your cutting mat that you have, is that in inches or centimeters?
Inches on one side, I can flip it over and it's centimeters on the other.
Okay, what about the cubes on it? The squares?
Yeah, they're 1 inch squares.
Okay, cool.
Come on. Come on. That's gonna work though. Nope. That would have to go in like that, maybe? How is this? How does that actually connect? That is a good question. Am I missing parts of my action base stand? It's very likely. Where's the other runners for the action base? There for sure. Sorry about all the noise, guys. I'm trying to find the rest of the runners for my action base so that I can see if there's a part that lets me connect the this piece to it that I want to connect. But for some reason I can't find the other runners.
Get lost.
I mean, that's probably quite true.
To be fair, you should have told me you need more action base.
Oh no, I got plenty of action bases. I was just hoping I could find the ones that this one was attached to so that I didn't have to like pull out another one. Let's try something different then, maybe. Well, if that wasn't there, that would work perfectly. So, boom. There we go. Now I can put this back on. back in. That should work. Oof. Come on now. This. There we go. That's in there. Keep that there. Do some adjustments on the action base itself. But no, Dipper, I have more than enough action bases. But I appreciate the thought. Come on. There we go. There we go. Good thing I don't care that much about this VF-31J. It'll get put on landing gear and dealt with eventually. Put that out of the way.
It will be the toy for the cat.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the model kit. I just don't know where I'm going to display it. So, right now it is
on top of your DTOF.
I mean, I've already got so many other things on top of my DTOF.
On top of your cat.
Now there is a real option. Oh man, this thing may be slightly too heavy for this action base. And I thought action base 1 was supposed to hold anything.
I don't think it's heavy. I think it's just weird weight distribution.
No, it's actually pretty damn hefty.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Is it because of the thick plastic or just lots of parts?
Lots of parts. Lots of heavy parts. I mean, I think it'll be fine. I don't think it's going to like fall over or anything, but it is not a light kit, that's for sure.
Now put
There we
Vegeta
go.
inside.
Vegeta doesn't fit inside it. He's a 1/12 scale, not a 1/24 scale. But luckily for all of you guys watching at home, I do happen to have a HexaGear figure with me here that I can try and fit in this thing.
It will proceed to snap in half.
Nah.
It's got a Wookiee. They meant to happen like that. It's a feature.
Now, how to actually get it in there, that's a whole nother story. Oh, no, that's why. Stick goes between the legs. Alright. I don't think I have it bent enough at the waist. I don't think I can bend it anymore at the waist.
Do you have one of those human figures that come with Masterpiece Transform?
I do not. There we go. I'm trying to get his hand back on because it fell off. There we go. There. Well, he totally fits in there. I don't know if you guys can see him on any of the cameras here. Let me see if I can check.
No.
Oh man, I didn't even realize that the camera over on the side is, let's see. It's not frozen.
Nope, you're good.
Alright.
Now transform it for the review later.
I mean, I'm going to do it as part of the review, but I'm not going to do it now. There you go. There's a guy inside of it. Let's do this. There. Look at that guy in there, being all HexaGear piloting this thing. Let's see if I can get everything closed up with him in there. Oh, that goes down first. I beg to differ, sir. Closes up quite well. No. No. There. I'm a really big fan of this thing. I've honestly never had a bad experience with HexaGear kits, so this is just another one proving that Kodo does know what it's doing sometimes.
No.
Not all the time, mind you, but sometimes. The fact that the rotors are free spinning, I think, is really nice. They actually spin really well.
Get the motors, put on some wires.
That is not a thing that is going to happen.
Happy flying Megatron out of it.
Oh. It is heavy, though. I might have to adjust how this action base is attached to it.
I say just have it on the floor.
No.
When something is too heavy, it's not meant into the air.
Nah, this is fine. I just have to secure it.
There's this thing called glue.
That's not what I meant by secure it.
Epoxy?
No.
I mean,
Gorilla.
glue is
Flex tape.
No.
like glue is not the important here because it's hold pretty well. The problem is gonna break or something.
Flex seal.
It's not gonna break.
It's gonna break the stand.
It's not gonna break the stand.
It's gonna fall off and break.
I mean, that's probably also not very likely.
I don't know. You have a cat, so
Yeah, but my cat doesn't get to go anywhere near my model kits.
So, here's what you should do for the review. Angle the propeller blade slightly, turn on the fan in your room on high, then it will be spinning while it's spinning on the rotating base. Eh? No?
No.
Well, that's just no fun. Oh, there it went.
It's fine.
No, it's an accident waiting to happen, and we're gonna see it live.
Nope. I'm just
I
gotta
paid good
get
money
it.
for these tickets. I want to see something break.
You shut your mouth. Don't you
What is
put
that white? What is that white thing near the F runner holder?
white thing?
The white curved thing?
Oh,
Bottom right?
this is the hair that goes with that HexaGear
Okay.
governor.
Just stick that on the helicopter somewhere.
Put on the hair.
There we go. Oh man, this thing does look so nice.
It's pretty, but I prefer it on the ground.
What do you mean on the ground?
As a mech.
No, it looks shitty
Yeah.
as a mech.
No, its mech form looks shitty. The mech form that I'm imagining is good.
Okay, well, as long as you've got something in your head that you're imagining, then that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'd have no idea where the legs would come from, but I know it would look good.
Oh, I mean, just 50, 30-minute missions or any of the
No,
other
they're not big enough.
HexaGear stuff.
30-minute missions isn't big enough.
I mean, just look at some of the other HexaGear stuff. These things are basically 30-minute missions, but for, you know...
I'd probably pull it from a frame arms. I don't know.
Nah. I mean, there's a couple frame arms that would probably be bulky enough, but overall, I don't like frame arm stuff. It's too loose and too janky.
Nobody like Fred Thompson.
Unless it's
I
frame
noticed
arms
that
girls.
Forge got a Harask roll, I think it's pronounced, and man, I wish I could get that.
Which one is that
I
one?
didn't think he was into model kit girls as much as people said.
Oh, he got a frame
Brain
arms
no.
girl?
Yeah, he got a frame arms Harask roll, whatever.
No, he just circled it. He doesn't bought it. He just circled it.
No, I thought he bought them all.
No.
Shame. Because if he bought them all just because it was cheap, then I would have probably bought the frame arms girl from him. So I'd like to have that one.
No, he just circled it to point out that the words Gundam goes $20, and that is included.
Shame. There's some pretty good kits in that picture. Including the North American local type.
The NA local type is a good kit.
Yeah, one day I'll get one, but that day is not today.
I mean, it's only a high grade. It's like $20 maybe?
I know. I just have some boxes to cut down, and shipping and buying and stuff like that is not always easy.
True, but
Right.
the NA type is actually, you can get that stateside pretty easily, so it's not that big of a deal.
Dude, I can't even find the thing in person. If I found the thing in person, I'd grab it.
Right.
But, you know. My local store had 5 kits today.
Ooh, that's...
A total of 5 when they can stock 250.
Yeah, well, let me tell you
No.
a story about the fact that you just can't get Gundam kits as a store these days.
No. They've been very consistent about it, but they said recently they requested a restock 2 weeks ago, but they've gotten nothing and no response from the company they get it from.
Right, because
Yes,
Bandai
because
can't, or Bluefin can't get the stuff over here.
Yeah, no, Bluefin's even ignoring them. That's the big thing.
Oh, but that's because Bluefin ignores everybody. That's the problem.
Mm.
But the thing is like Bluefin can't get it. So if Bluefin can't get it, nobody gets anything.
We're fucked.
To be fair, Bluefin and Galactic Toys are the two imports for the US right now.
Right.
And Galactic Toys has stated that they cannot get it too. So.
Right.
We're so fucked. No more
Nah.
toys for us.
That's not entirely
No more
true.
toys.
But
Nope, it's over. We're gonna get nothing but action figures now.
I don't
All
even
with
know what
Gundam
I'm-
Universe quality.
I don't know what a live
And you
action
should-
action figure is, but okay.
It's everything based on the live action movie that will end up coming out.
Well, apparently Netflix is doing a live action Gundam show now.
That is
Yes,
the
it's
movie.
that one.
Oh, is that it? Okay, fair
That
enough.
is the movie. The fact that it's on Netflix, it's an anime adaptation or a live action adaptation of an anime, and the writer is not someone I particularly like the works of. I can imagine this shit hitting the fan.
Woo, my
Sorry.
local store finally got the Wing Verka EW.
Quick, go get it.
Well, they've got it on order. Bluefin apparently is starting to get stuff in now.
Lies.
Wait, the Wingbuck had like, didn't it release already?
Yeah, it's already released, but like local stores around here were not able to get it, and my local store that just started carrying Gunpla finally started getting some in. So good on them, I say.
You should have bought it from GameStop like a week ago. It was like 45.
Dude, I already own one, but I'm gonna buy a second one from my local store so that I can support them.
What are you gonna do with the second one?
Probably do a custom paint job on it.
Make the fucking Seraphim.
Nah, I don't like that.
No,
It's too
if
edgy.
you did, I'd probably end up buying it from you.
It's too edgy. Dude,
No,
I'm not a good painter, man. You don't want to buy anything that I
it's-
custom paint.
Make the launch version.
It's not edgy. Hold on. I think you're confused.
No, the Seraphim is like the all white and purple one, right?
Yes, and it has like some cyan parts around its waist and some accent pieces, and it only has 2 wings.
Yeah, look, if Forrest can call my beloved Amatsuhana too edgy, then that
It is
thing is
pretty
too
edgy.
edgy. No, Amatsuhana is beautiful. And not edgy at all.
Yours has a lot of sharp angles and edges and points and spikes and...
Yeah, and it's gorgeous. It's one of the best looking mobile suits ever made.
beautifully edgy.
It's so gorgeous. No, my little postcard's falling down.
Have the postcard held by the pilot.
No.
Not joking.
I could actually recreate the picture on the little postcard thing, because I have both of the kits.
Nice. That's what you have to do when you make the other kit.
I do recommend, if any of you have never gotten one, to pick yourself up a bulk arm, at least. Because HexaGear kits are really fun.
They can get expensive, though.
Yeah, they can, but meh. Some of them aren't.
That's the primary thing keeping me away from it. A $20 to $30 little figure that's like the size of your hand.
I didn't pay
That's
nearly
why
that
you
much
beat the
for
Mac.
the
You
governor I
don't buy
got.
the governor.
I mean, I paid like $15 for the governor that I have in this thing.
Oh, lucky you.
I mean, that's just how much that one cost.
Yeah, you were lucky.
I don't know.
I can't find it for any cheaper than 30.
I mean, I ordered it straight off of Kodo's website. Like, they actually have a US website that has a good deal on most of their stuff.
Yes, and the thing on there that I was looking at was 30.
Which one were you looking at?
I was looking at, I don't remember the name, but it's the one that had the solid gray visor that went over the entire face.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that one. Anyways, I am done with this stream tonight because I am done with this build. So it is ready to go for being set up to be reviewed in a, couple days or so. But there you go. Thanks everybody for watching. It has been fun. And it is a fantastic kit, and I hope everybody gets a chance to build one someday. I see you guys over there in the chat chatting it up, so thank you for dropping by. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys on the flip side.